At ThoughtWorks, one of our sort of founding pillars is a commitment to social justice in a real way, not just the sort of marketing spiel. And so we've been, there's so much hype about all these tech trends in the media. And so we've been really wondering, how do you bring a social justice and ethical lens to all these developments? So we've had a lot of interesting speakers and internal meetings, but techies being techies, we're like, we really want to start working on some actual tangible projects. So today is the start of that. And we're looking to all of you, whether you're techies or not techies, like myself, I'm not, to really start building this community. So it's not just about today, it's about moving this onwards. So I know Renata and Kate, you've brought in some specific projects to pitch, and Benedict, we hope we'll be able to work with you on your campaign as you are doing that with the public sort of engagement campaign over the next year and a half. But any final thoughts on what you hope we can start today? And then jump in, everyone, please.
I'm just excited to have a meeting of the minds, because it's so often that there's a social problem, a humanitarian problem, and then there's a tech solution. But you really need people to come together and talk about it, because there are so many assumptions people don't realize they have until they're challenged. So I think, and I hope that's what's going to happen today. I'm assuming everyone's from different areas of expertise, and it's going to be really exciting to see what comes out from it.
Similarly, we all in this room, we are in a position of privilege, and we have the luxury of dedicating time to think about these very new ideas and issues. And it's exercise for the brain, and it's also exercise for the soul. And so my hope today will be like that we commit to this time to be fully here and find ways to connect and translate between the techies and non-techies, and use each and every of the skills in this room as all contribute equally for making a great project.
Yeah, second all those thoughts. It's just really refreshing to see the tech community start really engaging with the social implications of this technology. I guess a few final thoughts that might be a bit random, insights. But number one is that this is obviously an international issue. And so I mentioned before this partnership on AI group that is, I guess, a collection of Western AI companies. Now that's great, but there's no Chinese companies involved in that. And it's okay for Western companies to decide to pursue a more ethical route with the development of AI, but we need to bring in other countries and other jurisdictions within that. And then a second, just broader note to end on is something a bit more positive, which is a lot of the commentary on AI is quite negative, is quite doom-mongering. It talks about risks, whether it's Oxford University saying 30% of jobs are at risk because of this technology, or whether it's Elon Musk's announcements. But actually this technology has massive potential to improve people's living standards and livelihoods. And one of the things that we say in our work is we should maybe shift the question from can we really live with this technology to can we live without it? Because there's a whole host of other issues out there, from climate change to an aging society to slowing down on drug discovery to the need to feed a growing population across the world. That AI is, I think, fundamental to solving and looking at to address, and technology generally. So it's an urge, I guess, not to lose sight of that.